Dans la Révolution française, la population s'est révoltée contre le roi Louis XVI et la reine Marie-Antoinette. La France avait en trop de guerre et la population était complètement ruinée.
Très, très, très bien. Maintenant, essayez un peu plus fort, mademoiselle Hoffman. Louder, s'il vous plaît.
La population de Paris n'avait rien à manger et la reine a dit, s'ils n'ont rien à manger, laissez-les manger des gâteaux. Le 14 juillet, ils ont pris la grande prison de la Bastille et c'est pourquoi le 14 juillet est la fête nationale française.
Bravo, mademoiselle Hoffman. C'était très, très, très bien.
Smiled at you. That dreamboat actually smiled at you. I may die.
Sure just wasn't a nervous twitch or something?
I don't believe her. A 97 average, best tennis player on the team, and she still doesn't have any self-confidence.
It pays to be shy. Men love that frightened fine routine. It gets them every time.
It's not a routine, Rafferty. I am shy, but I'm working on it.
Oh, yeah? What are you gonna do?
Ask Monsieur Chauvin if he'd like to marry me. He's so cute.
I just changed my mind. I don't think she's shy at all.
Au revoir, mes amis.
Dígame, Blanca, por favor, if usted do 2 or 3 pieces of silver cada día, every day, and use the toothbrush like I told you, it won't be too much work. And by the time of the dinner next week, it'll be all done.
Si, senora.
I hate to bother you about it. It's just that this dinner is très importante to Mr. Huffman and me. It's my sister's 15th wedding anniversary. The whole family will be here. And we want everything to be nice.
Hola, Blanca. ¿Cómo está?
Oh, muy bien. Gracias, Senor Hoffman.
Oh, Joe, just before you came, some people called, plumbing contractor. We owe them some money or something.
Later, I don't have time.
Well, shall I call the business people, dear, and have them write out a check?
Irene, I said later.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey,
What are you doing home so early?
have to change clothes. Big meeting tonight.
Oh, Joe. I wish you told me. I asked Marcia and Larry to dinner.
Irene, I've told you over and over, this is my busiest season. I can't run my life around your plans with your sister. How's the tennis coming?
Oh, great. Oh, don't forget the tournament's a week from Saturday.
Forget. My kid's the next Tracy Austin. I'm going to forget.
Joe, will you please tell me just what to say to those people?
I got to run. You be good, princess, huh?
Okay.
Drink some milk. You're too thin.
Your daddy's right, Andrea. You're turning into skin and bones.
Mother, please.
Aha!
Caught you.
Bet you just think I'm stuffing my face again, huh?
No, it's perfectly clear you're doing your homework.
Right, an experiment. The breaking down of matter into caloric units.
475 caloric units, as a matter of fact.
Lay off, Amy, okay?
I'll get it.
Don't let Mom get it.
It might be for me.
Listen, I've been taking messages all afternoon. The phone company, the caterer, and the contractor about the disco edition.
So give them to Daddy.
I tried. I told him the lady from the phone company's been getting really salty. Do you know what he said?
Don't tell me I'm too young for that kind of language.
She's been coming on weird lately. Andy? Has anything been going on with Mom and Dad?
Who knows? Who can figure out our parents anyway?
Right. They're very strange creatures.
Don't tell me I didn't see you because I saw you. I drove right by and there you were, holding hands, sneaking around. getting real cozy with your new little boyfriend.
I told you 100 times he is not my boyfriend. He is my business partner.
Oh, pardon me, Mrs. Big Lady Executive. Mrs. Women's Lib over here, who never finished high school.
But I did finish beauty school, and I am a beautician. And whether you like it or not, Ronaldo and I are opening a beauty salon.
Oh, that's beautiful, that is. So you're gone all day. What am I supposed to do? Stay around here and be the housewife?
Well, somebody has to start bringing some money into this house.
To hell with you, lady. Well, 3 other guys got laid up, and their wives didn't start running around with 25-year-old hairdressers.
I am about to lose my patience with you, Tom. I have tried to be patient, but I am fed up. I am sick of your jealousy. I am sick of you blaming me for everything that goes wrong with you. I have had enough of you to last me a lifetime. I want a divorce.
Somebody make them stop. Come in.
I have to talk to you. I have to go, Tony. I have to get out of here before I go crazy. I'm going to a hotel tonight. Tomorrow I'll get an apartment. You can go with me if you want to. But, well, with school and everything, you're probably better off just staying here.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
Take your vitamin C. I'll call you this weekend.
Tell you about this kid at school?
No.
Well, this kid at school, he went to Vegas with his father, and the next morning his father wasn't there. So he ran out to the balcony, and his father was sitting in this chair, and when he touched him, he slumped over. You know what he was?
What?
Dead.
Ew, dead?
Stone cold, had a heart attack.
Not at the dinner table, Josh, please.
His folks were divorced, and he hardly ever saw his father anyway.
This whole conversation is making me very nervous. Would you please stop talking and eat, huh?
Where's Daddy?
I told you, dear. He has a business meeting. Andy, I don't mean to nag, but you haven't touched one bite of food.
I'm on a diet.
I don't want to hear any more about it, Andy. You're not leaving this table until you eat. Your father's very upset at how thin you've become.
I'm eating, Mother.
Daddy has been working very hard these days. Now it's my job to try to keep things on an even keel around here. There's a party coming up. I've got to find some help for Blanca. The caterers are being difficult. The gardeners haven't shown up in 2 weeks.
Excuse me, please.
Andrea, you haven't finished.
Yes, she has. She's going to the John to make herself throw up. She always does that when you make her eat dinner.
Don't you want your pancakes, Dad?
No, thanks. What are you doing?
Just putting things away. Today's her birthday.
I can't believe it.
Marcia, it's hard enough, please. There's got to be some explanation. I know there is.
Hello, goodbye, I'm gone, that's it? With no warning, with no goodbyes to his children?
Has anybody seen my tennis racket? Oh. Mom, what's the matter?
Aunt Marcia? Mother? What's wrong? Where's Daddy?
Daddy's gone, Andrea.
What do you mean gone?
He's packed his bags, he's walked out.
For good?
It has nothing to do with you kids. Your daddy's been under a lot of pressure lately, and sometimes men reach a certain age and they don't act rationally.
Senora Hoffman, they still mean to see you.
Who are they?
Cy and Hamilton. I called them.
Why?
You haven't heard anything for 2 years, Irene. You haven't wanted to hear anything. Hamilton. Cy, thank you for coming.
Good to see you, Irene. I'm sorry it had to be under these circumstances.
Irene, I called you on Friday as soon as I got the bank statement. Why didn't you call me back?
I meant to. I forgot.
So how bad is it?
He owes everyone. The government, assorted merchants, and their gambling debts. Big ones, like over $50,000.
I assume you know that there's a second trust deed on the house.
I didn't know. No.
Did you know the kids' tuition hasn't been paid this semester?
No. Cy, why didn't you tell me that?
Irene, I must have called you 6 times. Look, we can't solve anything here today. You come into my office on Monday and we'll work out a plan.
What plan?
For what comes next. For how you're going to live.
So, what do we have?
1 more week on the lease of the rolls, and that's it.
Well, here we are.
So big.
You'll be fine, Aunt.
Sure. How are you getting home after you drop the car off?
I'm renting another one. A nice, sensible, 5-year-old American car. The kind my father used to drive. Good luck, Andy.
Get a load of her.
Hi.
Hey, Mama. You some kid movie star or something?
She no movie star, baby. Movie stars are cool. This child comes from another planet.
Ooh, I sure wish I could get me some funky little shoes and some cute little socks like that.
Check her watch. Check.
Hi. I'm Andrea Hoffman. I'm a new student.
See Mrs. Goldsmith. Oh, she's down the corridor to the right. Come back with the pink and the yellow forms, and be sure you give them to me. Take this white form home to your parents to sign. They can mail them in. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, don't you have to tell Mrs. Goldsmith I'm here?
She's in all afternoon.
She's a freak.
You got straight A's in subjects we don't even offer. Certainly not in the 11th grade. May I ask why you left Westmount to come here?
My parents are getting a divorce. There wasn't any money for tuition.
So it goes, kids, so it goes. I'm going to recommend that you skip 11th grade and go straight into 12th. Yeah? To save you from terminal boredom.
Yeah, sure. The sooner I get out of here, the better.
Why don't we keep things in a positive vibration? What do you say? I know we're not what you're used to here, but we have some very good teachers here. And some really nice kids.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. After all, you have an adjustment to make. There's a new group opening up that I'd like to turn you on to.
I'm not too good in groups. I get tongue-tied.
You can come, take a look at it, see how you like it. It's kind of an open discussion group. Kids like yourself from broken homes come together and share experiences.
With strangers?
Feelings are feelings. Sometimes talking about them can help. We meet Tuesday at 4, and I think it's room 311, but it'll be posted out there on the bulletin board. Okay? We're called Divorced Kids.
Divorced kids. Okay, well, I'll think about it. Would you leave me alone, please?
Would you leave me alone, please?
Miss Gratucci.
My purse.
Who's gonna make me, honey? You?
No. Me. You girls looking for trouble?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the new girl's got an old man already.
Kind of puny to play Superman. Ain't you, baby?
Here you go.
It's always like this here?
Just sometimes. My name's Tony Malik.
Andrea Hoffman.
Andrea. It's your first day here? Yeah, well, the secret is just to not let anyone know you're scared. If you act cool, they'll leave you alone.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Bye, Andrea.
Ooh, wow. The new kid, Josh something or other. I heard he transferred from Brentfield.
He's sure big.
Look how he's dressed. He looks like he's going to a party or something.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
Cute? I think he's gross.
Well, what I meant was, he's cute if you like elephants.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have anything contagious.
Well, sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You just started here?
Yeah.
If they don't like you right away, you're dead. It's real snobby.
Wonderful. You new here too?
No. I'm a gymnast.
Huh?
I don't have time for friends.
Why?
Because I practice 4 hours every day after school and 6 on the weekends. I'll be eligible to go to the Olympic trials next year. My parents expect me to go.
Perfect. Now, if I can just get finished in time, your mother will be in business.
Mom, I want to talk with you about something.
How is the old fool anyway?
Dad's fine. Listen, you know how I was always planning to go to UCLA?
Some fine. The six-pack king himself. Boy, how a guy can change.
He's pretty unhappy.
Is he seeing anyone?
I don't know. Mom, listen, please. I'm going to apply to Juilliard School of Music.
No kidding. Ah. Good afternoon. So nice you could make it back. What were you saying, honey?
I've decided I want to be a classical guitarist. I'm serious about it.
You could starve to death in classical music. Will you turn that down, please?
Yeah, well, I could starve to death being a teacher or a lawyer. At least at Juilliard, I'll have the best musical training in the world.
Your father can barely pay the rent. How can he afford Juilliard? It's in the East.
Well, I have a good chance at a scholarship. I've made an audition tape of one of my compositions. I think it's pretty good.
And speaking of rent, your father was supposed to send me $300 from our joint tax refund. It never came. You tell him for me I expect it by Friday.
Mom, I don't want to be a messenger boy. So I have a class tonight anyway. I better get going.
Tony, your father talks like I'm the villain of this piece. Honey, I'm no villain. He has dumped on me for years, and you know it.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a call next week. Bye.
I love you.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
I'm going this way too. Okay if I walk with you?
Sure. I'm Denise.
I'm Josh. Hi.
Where'd you go before here?
Brentfield Academy.
What'd you do, get kicked out?
No. My folks are getting a divorce, so we moved.
Join the club. My folks have been separated for 3 months now. It's a real drag. I only get to see my father on the weekends.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get back together, though. My daddy and I are really close, and he just can't bear to leave me, you know?
I won't oppose a divorce, but I want joint custody.
I don't want to debate you on this, Walter, but a little girl growing up belongs with her mother.
And with her father, and not just on Sunday. Look, I'm not trying to take her away from you. I just want to share her.
You can't shuttle a child back and forth like a commuter train. It's completely unfair. And what's this supposed to do to her schedule? She's a national competitor, Walter. She needs stability. She needs one home, one bed to sleep in, one responsible parent to supervise her life.
Just because we couldn't live together doesn't mean I'm not responsible. I have every right to have her with me half the time, and I'm going to insist on it.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, baby.
Hi. Practice in 45 minutes, sweetheart.
Daddy, can you take me to practice today? We can get the leotards. Oh, and Mildred wants to talk to you about taking some of the other kids to the meet next Saturday.
You know how much I love you, don't you, Princess?
You going ahead with the divorce?
Yeah, well, listen, why don't we sit down for a minute, okay? Well, your mom thinks we should.
You've been lying to me. You've been pretending everything was going to be okay, but it's not.
But it's not going to change anything between us.
Yes, it will. Once you get the divorce, you'll never be around anymore.
That's not true. My new apartment's just a few blocks away. You're going to be staying with me for half the week.
Mom won't let me.
Oh, Mom, I mean, she's just a little upset right now. Look, I'm gonna take my books back to the apartment, and I'll call you later. I'll take you to get your leotards tomorrow, okay?
No, Daddy, wait! Daddy, don't take your books, please. It was all my fault. I made Mama nervous. That's why you and she couldn't get along. But I promise, Daddy, I'll be good. I'll be real good.
Denise, you must understand. None of this has anything to do with you. Everything's gonna be all right. You'll see. We're all gonna be fine. Give me a hug.
Please don't go, Daddy. Daddy, don't leave me. Please don't go.
Oh, this room's so small, I keep wondering how we're going to fit the piano in.
We sold the piano.
Yeah, I know. I just keep forgetting. Joshy, I'm scared. I don't understand why this is happening to us.
Me either.
Mom, hi. Where have you been?
I was at Hamilton's office. He was very busy. Anyway, he heard from your father.
I knew Daddy would call. What did he say?
that he's sorry, and he's doing the best he can. And he sent love to you two. He wants to see you.
When?
As soon as it can be arranged. He's in Florida right now.
Figures. Probably living it up in some resort.
Well, I don't care. I want to see my father.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath. Look, I figured out how much we have in the bank. And we're only good for about 2 months.
And then what?
There isn't going to be any then. I've drawn up a survival plan.
You what?
I've made us a plan. You know, survival time. You're looking at a man with a job.
You're not even 13 yet. What kind of job could you get?
Box boy at the grocery store. I went down there after school today and lied about my age. It was a cinch.
Oh, Joshy, I love you.
Come on, Ma, pay attention.
Okay.
Now, you graduated college. You've raised a ton of money for charity. It's time you raised some for yourself and us.
Mother, get a job? Doing what?
Good question.
I don't know. Let's take a look. Accounts receivable?
Are you serious?
It's true. I'm not famous for balancing checkbooks.
Okay, alterations, no. Answering service?
Well, I've had plenty practice there.
Mother, you don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Well, Andrea, I'm going to have to learn.
Here it is, appliance salesperson.
Oh, come on.
She's used plenty of washing machines. Why couldn't she sell them?
She could. She could. Believe it or not, Andrea, there probably is a place for me out there in the real world. I think I'm going to have to find it.
See that girl over there? The big blonde one.
Yeah, I sure do.
Put your eyes back in, Joshua. She's a witch.
Oh, right.
She's also my main competition in the meet.
Well, she's just probably one of those beautiful, clumsy girls.
No, she's good, but I'm better. My father always tells me that if I don't believe I'm the best, no one else will.
It looks so hard. Isn't it any fun?
Fun? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, if it's not fun, why do it?
To be the best.
Very good. Okay, that's enough on the bars. Get to work on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, cutie. Up and at 'em. Come on. Stop. Your kips are terrible.
Thanks a heap.
You're welcome. Now go on over to that single bar and work on that extension. Come on.
Hi.
Oh, wait. What happened to your concentration, huh? What are you, 5 years old and still looking to your father for approval?
Sorry.
Hey.
Hi, Daddy. Well, come on. I want you to meet my friend Josh from school. Josh, this is my dad. Dad, this is Josh.
Hi.
How come you're picking me up today instead of Mom?
Well, I told my students to go home for the day because I wanted to see my beautiful baby.
Dad, you did not. See how he is?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for the manager, please.
Oh, I'm Mrs. Ruiz, the manager.
Oh.
And if you're looking for a new washer and dryer, this is the day to make a good deal.
Well, actually, I came about the job.
I beg your pardon?
The job in the paper.
You want to sell appliances?
Yes.
You got experience?
Well, not exactly, but I'm very good with people.
You speak Spanish?
Household.
Like to your maid, huh?
I'm a very hard worker, and I'm good at organizing things.
I'm sorry, but we only hire experienced people.
Thank you, anyway. Andy, are you wearing lipstick?
Yes. Anything wrong with it?
No, not really. I'm just not used to seeing you made up. Where did you get that shirt?
I bought it with my babysitting money. Everyone in school dresses like this.
You don't look like yourself.
I don't look like a Westmount girl anymore, which is cool since I was the biggest freak walking around on 2 feet.
That's not true.
That's what everyone thought.
Andy, I know at your age it's important to look like your friends, so if you have to change your clothes, but don't change yourself, huh? Don't change who you are.
Oh? Who am I?
Okay, let's settle down. Yesterday we were discussing events leading up to the French Revolution. Mr. Malik, would you care to lead the discussion?
Sure. After we left off yesterday, the People's Tribunal held a mock trial and found Louis and his queen, Marie Antoinette, guilty of grievous crimes against the people. The seeds of the revolution were planted, and now the people were ready to act.
Very good. Keep it going. Let's get some class participation.
All right. Maria, when Marie Antoinette was told her people were going hungry, what'd she say?
I don't know.
Andrea?
How should I know? I wasn't born then.
Her answer's a pretty famous quote. I think you know it.
Really? Well, let me see. Something about, let 'em,
That's right.
let 'em, oh yeah, I remember now. Let 'em smoke grass.
Okay, you jokers, I'm not going to tell you one more time. Now settle down.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Hoffman, a bachelor's degree in fine arts acquired in 1959, coupled with no working experience at all, doesn't give us very much to go on.
Well, I'm very eager. I'm very dependable. I learn quickly. I could be a trainee.
At your age? Oh, Mrs. Hoffman, you know how men are these days. Everyone's looking for a 22-year-old girl. Now, if only you were a minority, I mean, maybe we could find a classification to put you under.
Oh, I have one.
What?
Abandoned middle-aged wife.
Oh, that's not a minority, Mrs. Hoffman. There's too many of you for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no. Where's the meatloaf? I was counting on heating that meatloaf for dinner tonight, Joshua. Where is the meatloaf? I am too tired to start cooking now.
I ate it.
And where's the cheddar cheese? I just bought it yesterday. We need it for sandwiches.
And where's the diet soda? There was a 6-pack there and a whole box of crackers. Crackers are $1.69 a box, you maniac. And that cheese that you stuffed your face with was supposed to last a whole week. Do you think that I have the time and the energy to stand in those lines at the market day after day so you can go on one continuous eating orgy? You're not only acting like a pig, you're beginning to look like one. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't mean that. Oh, Josh, I'm sorry. I'm just so tired.
I know. It'll be all right.
What would I ever do without you? Huh?
Hello. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, Mrs. Hoffman.
Oh, that's perfectly all right.
We have a little problem.
Andrea said everything was fine.
Well, it isn't. There was some marijuana being sold on campus yesterday, and the kids involved were caught and expelled. But there was a list of potential customers, and Andrea's name was on it.
Andrea involved with drugs? I don't believe it.
Well, I didn't say she was involved. I just said her name was on a list. After all, she hasn't broken any rules yet. But she's been acting out in class, and she's been hanging around with the wrong sort of girls, and I feel there's trouble coming just around the corner. We have a very effective group here in school. It doesn't cost anything. It's called Divorce Kids. It isn't therapy, but we get together, we share experiences, and it helps. Maybe you could persuade her to join.
Andrea doesn't listen to me. She never did. It was always her father.
Has he been available to her at all?
Not so far. He's returning from Florida next week. They're supposed to have lunch.
Maybe he can encourage her to join the group.
Sure. Thank you. Mrs. Goldsmith, from what you've seen, most kids make it through okay, don't they?
There are so many variables. So much out there to make a kid crazy.
Are there statistics?
3 out of 4 do fine.
3 out of 4. Yeah.
I sure hate taking you home every week.
I know. I'm irresistible.
You know, if we were living together 3 days a week, I'd get a housekeeper. You might mention that to the judge when you go to see him next week.
What judge?
In the court I told you about it, sweetheart.
Why do I have to tell him all that stuff?
Well, so he'll understand about us, you know, how close we are. I see your mom's having quite a gathering.
It's just a faculty cocktail party.
Hey, you want me to carry that?
Hi. Mabel, George, thanks for coming. See you on Monday. We were supposed to have him back by 5 and 6 o'clock, Walter.
So we're an hour late. We stopped for ice cream.
Ice cream? She's competing next week. You know she's not... Cynthia, Frank, you're leaving so early. Bye, love. Bye.
Mom, don't get mad. I only had one scoop.
Don't tell me. Tell Mildred. Mildred makes the rules.
Well, Lord knows I don't want to break anybody's rules. Not Mildred's, certainly not yours, Betty. Bye, baby. I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
So he's been priming you for Wednesday, huh?
He mentioned it.
Did he tell you what to tell the judge?
We talked about it.
I knew he was going to do that. He's not supposed to, you know. That wasn't our agreement.
Why don't I take some of these glasses in the kitchen?
Denise. A little girl growing up needs her mother You and I have always been very close, haven't we, sweetheart?
Yeah, Mama.
The judge should know that.
Okay, Mama.
Oh, Denise, you're all I have in this world.
I love you too, Mama. Don't get all upset.
But how can I help it if I know he's pressuring you behind my back?
Mama, he's not pressuring me. Honest. You look tired. Why don't you go and get some rest? I'll clean up down here.
You're an angel. Thank you, baby.
What'd you do to your hair anyway?
Out of style. I'm going back to work.
Dad, that's great.
Of course, I won't be taking home much more than I get from unemployment, but I'll have a job to go to every day. A man needs that.
I'm really glad.
It's kind of a step back for me. But for a younger man, the field is wide open. And a bright young guy coming out of high school has really got a future with his company.
I want to be a musician, Dad.
I know. And I wanted to be a Heisman Trophy candidate when I was your age. We all got dreams, Tony. But you go out in the real world, you got to earn a living.
I'm going to college.
Fine, get an education, but take something practical. You're a musician. Every long-haired doper kid in the world wants to be a musician. It's your mother's fault. She was always fussing around you, keeping you from playing with the other kids.
I didn't want to play with the other kids.
How would you know what you wanted? She was always telling you what you wanted. If you see her this weekend, will you tell Mrs. Know-It-All that I got a job? Okay?
Sure, Dad, I'll tell her.
So I get out of the elevator, and I see this real fox coming up. And I go, whoa! Wait a minute! Then I realize the apartment she's coming out of is my father's apartment.
Oh, God. Sounds like a great old man to me.
My father's dating a girl almost young enough for me. Bizarre, man. I freaked.
It sounds like it doesn't really bother you that much. Does it, buddy?
Yeah, well, after I thought about it, I figured he was cooler than I really thought he was.
You were the one who thought the world was going to come to an end when your parents got divorced.
I was wrong. It didn't.
You know, I was thinking the other day that I see more of my dad now than I did before.
Don't shine me on, man.
If your old man lives near you, that's one thing. But how about if your mother drags you across the country? Then how are you supposed to see him?
Then it's hard. I guess it's different with everyone. With me, well, I don't see my dad as much as I used to. But when I do, we can really talk. I don't know, it's like there used to be this tension, and it's not there anymore. It's like I'm a person, and he's a person, and no one's playing a role now.
Hi, Andrea. Come on in, join the gang. Group, this is Andrea Hoffman. Pull up a chair. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. Okay, Katie, weren't you just about to say something to Diane?
Oh, I don't know. If she can see her father as a real person, well, that's cool. But how does her father see her? I mean, I could be 45 or something, and my father still thinks I'm this fairy princess. You should see the stuff he buys me every weekend.
Oh, so he gets the guilt, and then you get the goodies, right? What's so terrible?
Well, maybe Katie doesn't like the feeling of being bribed.
He probably wants her to live with him, right? The old custody number. My old man started that, and that's when my mom moved us out here. It's a drag.
You know, I think the worst thing of all is being caught in the middle. No matter what I do, I can't please both my mom and my dad. And I really do try.
Yeah, I can identify with that. My parents, I think deep down, still love each other. They're just so angry they don't know how to handle it. So they use me as this messenger boy.
Why don't you tell them to call Western Union?
Shh. And I end up feeling like some sort of stereo set with the information coming at me from both sides.
Hey, change the station. Tune out and turn on, know what I mean?
Hey, bird brain, will you kindly shut up?
This isn't a party, you know. This is a place where we can all get together and say how we feel.
And if we feel lousy, we don't need some plastic big mouth like you to make us feel lousier.
Then I'll remove my plastic self from your wonderful presence. You want to come here anyway.
Andrea, wait. What's the matter with you guys? This is our first time here.
You know, most of us were hostile when we first came, too.
I see you in English all the time. I wanted to talk to you, but you were always off by yourself.
Andrea, there are no real rules here, except when people are spilling their guts. We don't interrupt, and we don't make fun. Okay?
Okay.
Andrea, how you doing today?
Fine.
The truth, Andrea. It's so much easier.
Truth about what? What am I supposed to say?
How's your life? What's it been like for you since your folks split up?
I can't. Try. We've all been through it.
Everything's different. We had to move. I had to change schools and stuff. And my mother's looking for work now, and she's uptight all the time. And I miss my dad. I don't know why he left. He just walked out on us. He never wrote me or called me or anything. We were really close. I used to tell him everything when I was little. He used to hold me on his shoulders and take me to the park with him every weekend. And we'd go to the movies together, just the two of us, and have dinner dates. I don't know why he left.
You always feel like maybe you've done something wrong.
Or, if you know it isn't you, then maybe the people you thought were your parents were strangers. I mean, you never really knew them.
One thing we've all found out, though, is it doesn't hurt so much after a while. It just takes a little bit of time.
It'll get better. Honest to well.
Andrea, are you okay?
Sure. I'm sorry I came on like such a big mouth.
It's a defensive reaction formation. We're studying it in Psych 1A.
So you're a big brain, huh?
Well, I guess it's pretty obvious that I'm not a jock.
Say so.
Do you live around here?
A few blocks away on Wheaton.
Wheaton. That's right on my way home. If you don't mind the back of a motorcycle, I'd be glad to give you a ride. Let me...
Okay.
Do you like classical music?
I love it.
I want to show you a place.
You are really good. That almost made me cry.
Well, I hope they feel the same way at Juilliard.
Are you going to Juilliard?
Well, maybe. I've applied there and at UCLA.
I was going to Vassar or Wellesley before my father blew my college fund.
Well, you could always go on a scholarship if you had the grades, which of course you do.
How do you know?
Well, I have you pretty much figured out. A straight A student, rich lifestyle, best school, accent strictly on the material. How am I doing?
Not bad. Not bad. Nice little hideout you've got here. She's a little fixing up, though.
Comes the divorce, the bubble bursts. You start school here and experience cultural shock. Being smart, you decide to adapt. Being inexperienced, however, you go for the lowest common denominator.
I'd make a fool out of myself.
No one's judging you.
You were.
I wasn't judging. I was just telling you what I thought I saw.
You don't talk like any other boy I know.
Do you know many boys?
Not many. I bet people tell you you're mature for your age, huh?
All the time.
Tony, do you ever get lonely?
Well, if you mean, does this child ever get the low-down, strung-out, funky blues, well... Well, yes. Yes, indeed, he does.
Me too. Would you hold me?
You're so pretty. Don't you have a boyfriend?
No. Are you going with anyone?
Me? No, I'm your basic social retard, can't you tell?
Let's be each other's best friend. You want to?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Excuse me.
Yes. May I help you?
Yes, you have a sign. help wanted in the window.
Yes, it's very hard to keep help. These days they come and they go. You're interested?
Yes, I'm very interested. I'll be honest with you, I've never worked in a store before, but I know a lot about jewelry, and I'm very responsible. I'll come in early, I'll stay late,
Well, that's a very good sales pitch. Please sit down.
Thank you.
You said that you know something about jewelry.
Yes, there was a time in another life when I used to buy a lot of it.
What happened?
Divorced, 2 kids to raise. I need a job.
Well, when could you start?
Am I hired?
Some businesswoman. You don't even ask what the salary is.
What's the salary?
Not much. But you get commission on what you sell.
I'll take it. I'll sell, I'll take it.
Start tomorrow.
That's lovely.
I'll get it.
Princess! Oh, my baby, huh?
I'm fine, Daddy.
I'm sorry about last week, but some things came up. Huh? We'll do it next week.
I thought you said we were going to do it this week.
Well, I may have to make another trip, sweetheart. Hey, Joshua. Hi. Say hello to your old man.
Hi, Dad. Will you be joining us for breakfast?
Must have grown about 2 inches. How have you been?
Peachy.
How's the new school?
Oh, it's swell.
Well, I bet it's a lot better than that other snobby place you went to, huh?
Well, it's all relative, Dad. The kids are certainly more down to earth. Very few of them are fully armed. But what with being fat, brand new, and 2 grades ahead of everyone else my age, I probably won't get elected student body president this year.
Same old smart mouth, huh?
Josh, Andy, guess what? Joe. What are you doing here?
Seeing the kids, what else?
You're supposed to call first, Joe. The judge made that perfectly clear. You can't just drop in here anytime.
I have a lot of action going now, Irene. I'm trying to get on my feet. I can't be pinned down like that. I have to stay loose.
Loose? As in fluid? As in slippery? As in gone?
That boy needs a talking to.
That boy needs a lot of things, Joe. We all do. Love, attention, money, explanations.
Irene, don't start with that injured innocence again. You knew our marriage was over. You knew I wasn't happy.
I knew nothing of the sort.
Well, then you should have. No matter what I did, no matter how much money I made, it was never enough for you.
That's not true. I never asked for any of it.
You didn't mind spending it when you had it, huh?
That was your need, not mine.
Ah, look at that. All of a sudden, she's a psychologist.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not putting me on the defensive ever again. You wanted to go. You left. You live with it. Believe it or not, we're surviving quite well without you, Joe. Now, you are never to come here again without my knowledge. Do you understand that? Please leave my home now. Now.
Daddy.
For your dining pleasure this morning, we have omelet a la Josh.
Looks great.
Why? Why does he have to be like that?
What, are you taking down the football pictures? I grew up with those things.
I know. It's only taken me 20 years to realize school is over.
Well, you're sure changing things around here.
Yeah. New life, new job, new friends. You mind?
No, I'm all for progress.
Yeah. Hey, Tony. Hey. Listen, I invited a couple of guys from the plant over for drinks tonight. And,
Great.
Now, I want you to meet one of the guys. He's got a son, too. He plays guitar, but on weekends, during the week, he studies electrical engineering. He's going to make a fortune. He's got a heck of a future ahead of him. I want you to talk to him. Just talk. Huh?
Dad, I want to tell you 2 things. One is I'm not going to study engineering. The other is I have a girlfriend. And she's beautiful and she's smart. And I feel good when I'm with her. So that's where I'm going to be tonight. See ya. I spoke up to my father today. Never done that before.
How'd you get the nerve?
I don't know. I just did. Junk food will make your teeth fall out.
Well, not.
Well, then it'll make you fall madly in love and behave very badly.
Oh, you're crazy.
Give me that.
No, it's my apple. No, no, Tony, stop it. Stop. No. Tony, have you ever loved a girl? I mean, you know, physically?
What, are you kidding? Come on, I'm 18 for Pete's sake. No, I haven't. I'm not gay. I just haven't. What about you? Have you?
No. Guess we're both backward. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna. In fact, I'm gonna tell the whole school that you're still a virgin.
You better not.
Huh?
You better. I love you. You're my friend.
Where have you been? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, Andrea. I didn't know where you were. You didn't call.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? I've been to the police station. I've called the hospitals. I thought you were kidnapped or God knows what.
Mrs. Hoffman, don't get mad at Andrea. It's my fault.
You are not to see my daughter again.
Good night.
I hate you. First you drive away my father, and now Tony. I hate you!
My mom's been getting on my case because I've been doing your homework.
So don't do it anymore.
It's no big deal. It's just how come you can't?
I'm busy. Remember me? Future champion of the world.
Well, you haven't been to practice all week.
So what? I've been practicing since I was 5. I can miss a few days.
What do your folks say about that?
They don't know. But they would get very bent out of shape if they ever felt something was affecting my performance. Here, stand right here. Hold this.
What are you doing? We're gonna be late.
I'll be right there. Hold still. Okay, everything's cool.
What have you got in there?
Yes.
Denise, if that's booze, you're gonna get busted.
By who? You gonna turn me in?
Of course not. You're my friend, Denise. You're the only friend I have in this school. I mean, I don't want you getting in trouble, but what you're doing is dumb.
Josh, don't lecture. Just take notes for me in class today. Please.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks a lot. You really saved my life.
It was my pleasure. And remember, 5 years from now, when you want to give her a bigger diamond, just come back and we'll take this one in on trade, okay?
I'll be back even better.
3 sales already this week. Looks like hiring you is the smartest thing I've done in a long time.
Thank you, Eli.
Such a pretty woman. She looks so unhappy. So, how are things with your children?
Not good. I don't know what to do anymore.
I know, it is very hard. After my wife died, I raised 2 sons alone. Believe me, I know. Sometimes to have a third party can be very helpful.
Unfortunately, I don't have a third party.
So what am I, chopped liver?
Oh, Eli, I can't trouble you.
My dear Mrs. Hoffman, I have been trying in my most dignified way to get myself invited to your house. Also, I will speak like a Dutch uncle to your son and daughter.
Tomorrow night, dinner, okay?
Accepted.
Who's trying to?
Katie.
Hey, hey, Romeo and Juliet have arrived.
Just lay off him, you guys.
Okay, come on. Let's forge ahead. Katie, you were going to spend the weekend with your father at the marina. How was it?
Like an old MGM movie. I played this pretty high school cheerleader who just talks about boys all the time.
You are a pretty high school cheerleader who talks about boys all the time.
No, I'm not, Zuko. I'm almost out of high school, and I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm flunking math, and I'm scared.
Did you tell your father you were flunking math?
No, he doesn't want to hear that. I'm his perfect little girl, and it's not in the script for me to flunk anything. My mother screams. My father turns off.
Yeah, it's the same kind of hassle for me. You know, all my dad wants to talk about is basketball. What scouts are going to be coming to what games, and what colleges are going to offer what scholarships, and that leads into what offers from the pros. We never talk about anything else. I feel like I've been programmed into this little box, and I just can't get out.
Play as lousy this week as you did last, you can get out easy.
Betty.
Don, you know he's right.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I'm glad that Buddy brought that up. Dawn, I watched you last week, and I swear I thought you were blowing some of those shots on purpose.
Oh, you're crazy. Why would I do that?
If you blew your scholarship, it would sure get your father off your back.
That's nuts. Look, I'd never do something like that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Sounds like something you should give some thought to. Will you, Don?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, man. I thought this whole thing was supposed to be about divorce. I mean, you guys sound like a bunch of encounter groupies.
Well, look, if you want to blow, blow.
You bet I will. My dingbat mother got herself a boyfriend out here, and she's thinking of getting married.
Bad news.
Not necessarily. Sometimes step-parents are great.
When is that? You know, I've gained 30 pounds since my stepfather moved in with us. He's just on my case all the time. Like, don't wear makeup, don't eat. Where are you going? What time will you be home? My real dad was never like that.
Melanie, maybe nobody will ever live up to your real dad.
I think living together is fine, but it should stop there. The minute people get married, they stop trying to please each other.
Yeah, well, if my old lady marries that creep, I'm running away.
Oh, Toby, you don't mean that.
I do. It'll be the same thing all over again. 1 minute they're saying how much they love each other, and the next minute they're getting divorced. It's a drag.
Some people stay in love their whole lives.
Yeah, like your folks, huh?
Yeah, well, my folks are different from me. I'm not gonna let myself get sour on marriage just because theirs didn't work out. That's their problem.
Come in, Denise. I'm Judge Hammond. What I thought I'd like to do this afternoon is just talk a little with you. Maybe have you draw some pictures. I'd like to get your feelings about things.
You want to know who I want to live with, don't you?
Denise, that's not a question we ask young people anymore. To force you to answer that would make you feel guilty sooner or later. It's not fair.
Okay, so you're not going to ask me. But that's what you want to find out.
What I want is to consider your feelings and make decisions in your best interest.
No problem. I have no feelings. I don't feel anything. I don't care who I live with. I don't care about anything.
Oh, when was the last time I had such a brisket as this? Joshua, your mother is a brilliant cook.
I know, look at me.
Aren't you very handsome?
I'm fat.
At your age, strictly a temporary thing.
You really think so?
Oh, I know so. I have two boys the same way. Now they look like beanpole. Andrea, your mother tells me that you are a real tennis player.
I don't play anymore.
Oh, why not?
I don't have the time. Will you excuse me, please? I have to go to the library to study for midterms.
Andrea, couldn't you have brought the books here?
I'll be home at 10 o'clock sharp. You can count on it.
Pour toi, mon cher Frédéric.
More. Hey.
You're not going to be happy, aren't we, Tom?
Perfectly. We can't miss. We like the same things. Oh, one thing though. We never discussed honeymoon places.
Oh, okay. Can't be a beach place. I freckle just like you do. People like us have to go to the mountains.
Like I said, perfect compatibility.
Tell me again how it goes. The plan.
All right. In 3 months, we graduate. We both get jobs. You work during the day while I go to school because they don't have any night classes in music.
I mean the good part.
We get married and live happily ever after.
I'm so happy you share my passion for Beethoven.
Thank you for bringing me the record, Eli. It was sweet of you.
Oh, I'm really very sweet fellow.
I noticed.
Oh, do you know when you smile, the whole room lights up. You're like a little girl. So sorry. Oh, I know how hard it has been for you. Yes, go ahead, cry.
I'm sorry. It's idiotic. It's just that when you said what you just said, I suddenly thought of my father. After Joe walked out, I fantasized that he would show up and punch him in the nose for me. I felt so helpless. Oh, God. Don't we ever grow up? Can you imagine a 40-year-old woman still crying for her daddy?
Yes, I can imagine. Very well.
My baby don't love nobody. Mom.
Hi, hon. Close your mouth, you'll catch flies.
What's happening?
Your mother and me are sitting here talking. What does it look like?
Yeah, well, how come?
Well, I stopped by to get a few things
And to let me know that she and her boy hairdresser were not getting along. And to find out how my job was going. And all excuses, of course.
Okay, so, I've been with the same guy since I was 18 years old. And I still love him. So sue me.
How can I sue you, crazy broad?
You're getting back together?
Growing up can do wonders for a guy. I got a job offer for the new plant in New Jersey, management level.
New Jersey?
Right across the river from New York. We figured we'd give it a try again. All of us, starting fresh.
Wait a minute, hold it. Just like that? 1 minute it's goodbye, son, I'm leaving, we're getting a divorce, and 2 minutes later it's hello, I'm back, let's move to New Jersey. Did you ever think that maybe I had some feelings about this?
We figured you'd be happy.
Yeah, well, you figured wrong. Dad, my school's here, my girl's here.
So what's the big deal? So you can transfer schools. And your girl can visit any time.
You don't seem to understand. I'm serious about this girl.
I thought you were serious about studying music. I mean, that's all you ever talked about. Juilliard's in New York.
Yeah, well, it was a crazy dream.
I opened this by mistake. I'm sorry.
Anthony Mel. It's been accepted. It's been accepted at Juilliard.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not too good with words. I don't know quite how to say this. Things were hard for me all my life. And I wanted you to have something you could count on. You know, I didn't want you to be a damn musician. But I gotta give it to you. You really held your own with me. You didn't give an inch. And I figure knowing what you want is half the battle in this life. Besides, you gotta be good. Otherwise, they wouldn't have given you a scholarship. So. I don't know, God. I'm so proud of you, son. I'm really proud.
Me too. Congratulations, baby. Some people never get second chances. Let's not blow this one.
Hello.
You're late.
Sorry.
I think we need to talk about Denise. I tried to call you last night.
Well, I've been pretty busy with exams.
I'm sure.
Have you taken a good look at Denise lately or tried to talk to her?
Yes, I've talked to her.
We have an appointment next Wednesday with the psychologist the judge recommended. He'd like you to be there.
All right, I'll be there.
Number 215.
You okay?
Of course.
Okay. Now, I don't have to remind you again about that concentration. Just do what we've been working on. I want you to focus on Denise and her routine. Nothing else exists.
Sure. Like all the rest is a bad dream.
Denise, look at me. Did you take something?
Who? Me? Never.
Denise?
I goofed.
You're out of the competition. You can scratch number 215 for the competition.
Number 215 has scratched.
"7 years I've worked with this kid. Now, this makes me sick. Let's take her home.
Well, what's wrong?
She's drunk.
How is she?
She cried herself to sleep. She didn't want you, she didn't want me. She just wanted to cry. Is this it? Is this how it starts? Something goes wrong, you go for the booze. That's what she's seen all her life.
Betty, most people drink more than we do, and their kids aren't drunks.
She was such a good girl. She was never into any trouble.
She showed us what she wanted us to see. We never looked beneath the surface.
I don't understand it. She worked so hard to win this meet. The Olympics has been her dream for such a long, long time.
Was it her dream or was it ours?
Ours? You mean mine, don't you?
Not now, Betty.
I'm too pushy, too demanding, want too much from everyone. Right, Walter? Good old Walter. Easygoing Walter. Everyone loves Walter. But mean old Betty just tries to hold everything together.
We were talking about Denise.
Denise wanted to be a gymnast. It was her dream.
We brought her to the gym. We put her on the mat. And I think we did a lot of her dreaming for her.
She loves competition.
She doesn't love ours.
light upon you. If I had half a crown a day, I'd gladly spend it on you.
Daddy, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, honey.
What's wrong?
Andrea, you know I love you, don't you?
Why do I suddenly feel scared?
What I have to tell you is not necessarily bad. It could be great. It's just gonna make things take a little longer, that's all.
What's happened?
I've been accepted at Juilliard.
Juilliard? I thought we were both going to stay here and go to UCLA.
Everything's changing, Andy. My folks got back together.
When did this happen?
My dad got a job in New Jersey. We're supposed to leave next week.
I thought we were going to get married, Tony.
We are. We are. It's just gonna take a little longer.
We made promises to each other.
I know. Look, if you don't want me to go, I won't go. I'll start school here and we'll get married. Maybe Juilliard will accept me later.
And maybe they won't. And you'd never forgive me.
I never really thought they'd accept me. I sure never thought my mom would come back and we'd be a family again. I do love you, Andrea. It's just... I'm so damn confused.
Andy, go away. Go away.
I will if you want me to. I'd rather stay.
You wouldn't understand. You never do.
This is about Tony, isn't it?
What do you care? You don't want me to see him anyway. You got your way. My father's gone and so is Tony.
Andrea Huffman, you sit up here and listen to me. Come on, sit up here. Now, I wish with all my heart that none of this had ever happened to you, Andy. You're my firstborn. When you hurt, I hurt. But by God, none of what's happened is my fault, and I'm not going to let you carry a grudge against me for the rest of your life. I'm through playing the martyr. You're not the only woman in this world who's been disappointed, you know. Now, you have two choices. You can either lie around and feel sorry for yourself, or you can accept what's happened and go on.
I hurt so bad. I think I'm gonna die.
I know, no.
Why do the people you love the most always leave?
They don't. Not always. I don't know how to make you believe this, but it is true. There are people in this world who honor their commitments. There are. Men and women who love each other and who are loyal to each other all their lives. You haven't seen it around you, but it does exist. And you must never settle for less. Don't you ever settle for less.
Fishing is a very spiritual exercise, Joshua. As with human relationships, the more line you give to the fish, the more likely you are to wind up with him.
I bet you sure miss having a family, huh?
Yes, I do.
Well, you can hang around us as much as you want to.
Ah, thank you, Josh.
I like you a whole lot, and so does my mom. And I figure you like her.
Oh, very much, very much. Joshua, let us not beat around the bush. We talk man to man, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Your beautiful, charming mother is very much younger than I am, and it is not at all sure that she will like me in quite the same way that I like her.
She might.
But she might not. Therefore, I suggest that we do not write any scripts, you and I. Instead, we take it day by day, and we see what happens. All right?
Okay.
A good friendship, you know. Not such a terrible thing.
You know, it's not easy being a man.
No, I know.
So many people depend on you. Like, I had this friend at school. She really got messed up. I couldn't help her, and I didn't know what to do.
You just have to continue to be her friend. That's all you can do.
Eli, I've never said this to anyone before, but it's true. My father doesn't like me. He never has.
No, he doesn't like himself, Joshua. It's not you.
So I sat down with him, and I said, Daddy, I'm not a little girl. I'm a senior in high school. I'm on the pill. I've been sleeping with my boyfriend for 6 months, and I'm flunking math.
Alakazam, he turned a stone, right?
Wrong.
Well, don't hang us up like this. What did he do?
He took out a slide rule and said we'd better get to work on my math.
That's it? He didn't blow or anything?
No. In fact, he looked kind of relieved. Wouldn't it be funny if all this time he was acting the way he thought I wanted it?
All right.
Do you think that you'd relate differently to your father if you lived with him full time?
No. No, I don't think so. I think working out relationships, well, it has a lot to do with guts and honesty, stuff like that. It's not how much time you're with them. It's what you do with the time you have.
That's nice. I like that.
Andy, I saw you walking alone today. Where's Tony?
Gone.
Gone? For good?
For good.
I thought you guys were getting married.
Change of plans. His folks got back together and they've moved to New Jersey.
What a cold shot. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. In fact, he called last night. He said he's going to try and get out here this summer, but I don't think I'll ever feel quite the same again.
Bet your mom's happy.
Not really. I mean, she didn't think I was ready to get married or anything, but she knew how I felt. She's been great.
Thought your mom was a pain.
I think I was the pain. My mom has guts. I learned a lot of things from her.
Would you like to share them with us?
Well, for one thing, she still likes people. In spite of everything that's happened to her, she's not bitter. My father called last week and took me out to lunch, and it was fine. My mom still gets up in the morning and smiles and expects everything to be okay. It's like she's in charge of what happens to her. I'd like to be like that. I think I will.
Big deal. I told my mom to buzz off today.
Toby!
Did anyone ever tell you you have a lousy attitude?
Yeah, my mom's new boyfriend.
Oh, you again. Where have I heard that before? Let's talk about it.